To make a prairie, it takes a clover and one bee, one clover and a bee, and reverie. The reverie alone will do, if bees are few. Emily Dickinson. So for this project you will need cotton fine yarn. I used baby cotton from a website called 𝐂𝐡𝐚𝐩𝐿. It's labeled as super fine, but I found it to be slightly thicker than that. So I used a 3mm hook here and it worked great. You will need yarn needle, stitch markers. So these are optional. You just need them for one row at the end when you're making the flower, just to mark a few stitches for yourself to make it easier to see. And of course, scissors. So let's start by making a magic ring. Okay, that's it. And now chain 2, so 1, 2, and now in the ring you have to make 6 double crochet. So you'll do yarn over and right here first double crochet. So 3 loops on your hook, pull yarn through 2, and again through 2. That's your first double crochet. Now 5 more. So yarn over and this is 2, and then again 3, 4, 5, and the last one 6. Okay, now we will chain 2 again, so 1, 2, and make 1 slip stitch to the ring. So 2 and just pull. Okay, now find this short tail end and pull. This is what you have. Now we have to make the actual stem. You can make a different length. I make 33 here, so but if you want it to be longer, then you can just keep going and make 40 or more. So just 33 chain stitches. That will be our stem. So in fact, when I will be showing you a second bookmark, the one that has a flower bud, that one is a bit longer. We will be chaining 40 there. But for this one, I personally like when it's a little bit shorter. Let's see. Yeah, that's about the right size. So 33. Now, make sure it's not twisted or anything. Look at your chain. And to the second chain from the hook, we'll be making slip stitches. So 1, 2, 3. So basically you have to make 28 slip stitches, but if you chained more than 33, then just keep going until you have 4 chains left and then stop there. But if you chained 33 just like I did, then you have to make 28 slip stitches and then you'll stop. And then we're going to be making a leaf there. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, so a few more. Okay. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay, perfect. So now we will chain 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that's what it's gonna look like. And then down this little chain, then this extra chain, we'll do 1 slip stitch, 1 single crochet, again 1 single crochet to the next chain, and last chain make 1 double crochet there. Okay, this is what you have. And now make sure it's not twisted here, everything is lined up. Now make 4 slip stitches to that main chain, right? Because we had 4 slip stitches left. So 1 here, 1 here, basically to finish your stem, and 4. Okay, like this, and then make 1 last slip stitch to that little hole right here, like to the ring, and then pull all this ends, make sure it's nice and tight, and it's done. So let's just fix our thread. This is what we have. So we have our stem, we have our leaf on the right side, and this whole part is done. So now we just have to hide all the ends and we will be ready to make our flower. Okay, perfect. So this is what you get. Now get your markers or something ready, hairpins, anything. You can attach pink yarn in any way. I like to make a slip knot here, just like this. You don't have to do it this way, it's just I find it's easier to attach it this way here. So see, take your little slip knot and pull it through like that, there. So, but if you do it in a different way, that's fine too. Just you have to attach pink yarn, chain 1. That's gonna be like your first stitch basically, and we will mark it. That's your first stitch, and then make 3 more single crochet to that same spot. So this will be 2, and then 3, and one more, 4. So what you want to do basically is to have 4 single crochet in each stitch. And because it gets so crowded, I like to mark first stitch of those 4 single crochet. So next stitch we will make 1 single crochet and we'll mark it again. So it's the first one of that group of 4. Okay, so that's 1, and then 3 more single crochet to the same stitch. So 2, 3, and 4. Okay, now again to the next stitch we'll make 1 single crochet. That's the first one, mark it, and then 3 more to the same stitch. So we have 4 in total there. 2, 3, 4. Next stitch, again, 1, put your marker. See, so like you don't have to put those markers there, but it will be really helpful in the next row because you will right away see where those stitches are, and when you have to make connection to those spots. So I just find it much easier this way than just counting them. Again, first one gets marked and 3 more to the same spot. This is what you have. It looks a bit crazy, but it's helpful. So chain 3 and turn. So turn your work, and here's what we're gonna do. Now you're gonna do yarn over and make 1 double crochet to that same stitch. So basically it's gonna be your 4th chain from the hook. You'll make 1 double crochet here. Okay, and then you're gonna make a picot, 3 chains. And then you have to insert your hook right at the base and make a slip stitch like that. Now see, remove this marker and to that stitch make 1 double crochet, okay. Now again picot stitch, so 1 chain, 2 chain, 3 chain, slip stitch at the base. Okay, now again 1 double crochet to the same stitch, and then again 1 picot. So 1, 2, 3, and right here, like that. Okay, again, you have to make double crochet to this stitch right here. So it basically will be every 4 stitches. So if you didn't use markers, you will need to count every 4 stitches. But the whole idea is to repeat this sequence. 1 double crochet, picot, 1 double crochet to the same stitch, picot, until the end, every 4 stitches. And that is how you will form beautiful petals for your flower. So you will repeat it 6 times in total, but because you basically put 2 double crochet and make 2 picot for each spot, you will end up with sort of 12 tiny petals here. And this will be your last row. So this flower bookmark is not only beautiful, it's really quick to make. That's it. Here's your flower, just like this one. Just pull thread through to fix. And weave in it, just in any way you like. Okay, so now I want quickly to show you how to make a second type of bookmark. So instead of a leaf, you will have a flower bud. The stem is done in the same way, and the main flower is done in the same way as well. So you will make a magic ring, chain 2, 6 double crochet, chain 2, 1 slip stitch. So exactly like we just did for the other bookmark. If you need to see this slower, just go back to the beginning of this video and follow all the same steps, because this part is done in exactly the same way. Slip stitch, pull this short end. I find that the flower with the bud looks a bit better if the stem is longer. So as I said before, I chain 40 here. Again, you can go longer if you wish, so then you will need to chain more. But for this one, I made 40 and I think it looks very pretty. Okay, this is what you have. And now again, just like we did before, to the second chain from the hook and all the way down, you will need to make slip stitches. But this one, I made 30 slip stitches, and I think it positions the bud very nicely. It's not like too low, but also not too high, so it doesn't like interfere with the flower itself. Okay, so this is 30 slip stitches. So I will make 5 chains on the side. Okay, this is what it looks like. And now to the 4th chain from the hook, so all the way here down at the base, we will make 3 half double crochet. So like this, and pull. So that's 1. then again to the same spot, 2, and the last one to the same spot, 3 half double crochet. And now you just go back to your main chain, make a slip stitch here, make sure it's nice and tight. Okay, this is what you got, and just finish with slip stitches your main chain. So I had 9 left, so I will make 9 slip stitches here, and then just like we did before, 1 extra slip stitch to the center of the ring, sort of to connect your stem to the main bulb. 9 like this, and then 1 right here, 1 more slip stitch. That's it for green stuff. Okay. Okay, all done here. So the flower, like the top flower, is exactly the same. So I'm not gonna be showing it here. I'm just gonna show you how to make that side flower bud. I'll make my slip knot. You can just attach it directly to the thing, doesn't matter. We just need to attach pink yarn to this little thing that we created on the side right here. Yeah, right here. Okay, and now chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, now to the same spot, begin double crochet, but pull through 2 and stop. Now again to the next stitch, begin double crochet, pull through 2 loops and stop. Now to the next stitch, do the same thing, pull through 2 loops and stop. So you have 4 loops, pull through all 4 loops at once. Now chain 2 for picot at this base, like picot base, make 1 slip stitch. Okay, now chain 1, 2, 3, and then at the bottom 1 slip stitch. That's it. That's your bud right here. I honestly think that both bookmarks look amazing, so you can decide if you want to make one with a leaf or with the bud, or both like I did. I couldn't decide which one is prettier. So thank you so much for joining me today, and see you soon. Bye!